Hey, good morning and welcome to another Life Online. So, do you remember from yesterday, if you happen to watch, there's some guys, college students, they're not for sure what the next move is going to be after they've graduated. So they decide to do a road trip, and it was the beginning after 15,000 miles of the PBS program and series Road Trip Nation. One of the places that they headed was into western Montana. And by the way, this is some of the most beautiful country on God's green earth. This place is Clark Fork River. And when they happened to get there, they headed to a scenic overlook. And while they were there, they met the driver of an 18-wheeler who had parked that day. And so they went ahead and began the conversation of lessons in life, and what ended up emerging was the man's wife had passed away the day before they meet him there in this beautiful area. So his wife passes away, but this is what he told them. For 35 years, I've driven by this exit 1,000,000 times, and I've never stopped. And for him, needless to say, he's in great pain and sorrow, but there's also a little bit of enlightenment inside of him as he pulls over. He no longer has a wife to head home to, but also he probably is living with some regrets of, why haven't I taken a moment to go ahead and head to some scenic pauses in life and have time for reflection. By the way, in many ways, this is what I believe that the Christian life is like. So much of us are in a routine. We've had a big interruption in our routines. But this is a great time for us to remind ourselves that there is a God who leads us and guides us. The Apostle Paul writes in Galatians chapter 5, verse 25, since we're living by the Spirit, let us follow the Spirit's leading in every part of our lives. And I believe that what that means is to live a life that is so in touch and in tune that as the Holy Spirit nudges us, sometimes in unusual ways, but as He nudges us, as He prompts us, I believe He is always there to push us in the direction of, yes, God's will for our life, but that will isn't always a place of safety. Sometimes it's a place of really trusting God in ways that we don't have all the answers for, but we just know that there's a nudge from the Spirit of God that will take us through some detours in life. You'll find that, in fact, Jesus let His disciples know this is the adventure of life and what it will look like as I ascend into heaven, and the Holy Spirit will be there to lead you and guide you. And I love how John Mark, goes ahead and summarizes it at the very close of his gospel. And they went out and preached everywhere, while the Lord worked with them and confirmed the word with signs that followed. And by the way, you will find this in Acts chapter 8. What a powerful time. It's a difficult time. Persecution has broken up. Stephen has been martyred, stoned to death. And as persecution breaks out, the church is scattered. And yet Luke records it like this in Acts 8:4. But the believers who were scattered preached the good news with Jesus everywhere they went. So you have no idea today of where the Spirit of God will lead you and guide you. In fact, even sometimes the trouble or the challenges of life will take you and position you in places that God can use you. Here's the phrase, exit the freeway. It became the motto of Road Trip Nation. It's a great motto for the Spirit-filled believer. Following after God, be willing to exit the freeway of the normal path and routine of life and take an adventure with God today. Hey, God bless you. Have an awesome, awesome day.